Je vais me fermer la boîte. Puis, parce que là, il y a Perfect Quest là, qui attend devant sa game. Il va faire Link's Awakening DX, le fameux jeu du Game Boy Color, qui était finalement une version de luxe, un remake de Link's Awakening au premier Game Boy. Il a fait 100%, pas de Wrong Warp, pas de Wrong Warp, pas de Out of Bounds. Donc, techniquement, il n'y a pas de Major Glitch. C'est comme nos Major Glitch, en fond, cette catégorie-là. Fait que...
exactement.
Yes. Comment ça va, Perfect?
Ça va super bien, toi?
Yeah, ça va.
Ouais, ben,
ça va. Mais pourquoi tu joues pas à Sonic, là? C'est quoi qui se passe?
J'ai pris un break de quelques années de Sonic, mais là, je pense qu'à DreamHack, je vais revenir avec ça.
Ouais?
Ouais.
Le Big Return de Perfect Quest Sonic version?
Ouais.
Malade. C'est quoi tu penses ça mettre pour le fun?
Je pense que je vais continuer avec Sonic Story sur Sonic Adventure DX. Je vais peut-être faire Tail Story. Donc.
Oh! OK. OK. Nice. Moi, je veux que tu fasses Super Sonic parce que je veux juste écouter Follow Your Heart pendant comme genre 20 minutes non-stop.
Ouais, mais la run, elle dure comme 7 minutes, fait que...
C'est correct, t'as le temps de connaître la tune.
Ouais, c'est vrai.
Alright, ben écoute, fait que t'ouvres le bal.
Oui.
Donc, écoute, sans plus tarder, ça va être tout à toi. On va faire le décompte pour partir. On a-tu quelqu'un sur le timer?
Je vais me mettre ici pour mieux voir.
Faites un check sur le timer. Alright. Arrêtez le timer, repartez-les.
Quelque chose que je vous demanderai, si je peux avoir le son du jeu un tout petit peu plus fort dans mes écouteurs.
Ouais, on va te monter ça dans le fond. On avait tout ajusté ça pour le pré-show, question qu'on nous entende, mais... Fait que tout le monde qui sont en arrière, joignez-vous à moi, on va faire le count-in quand t'es prêt, mon Perfect Quest.
Yes, sir.
Fait qu'on part ça dans...
Je sais pas qu'est-ce qui vient de se passer.
Ah, qu'est-ce que t'as fait?
Je pense
T'as accroché le fil?
Non, c'est mon ordi qui s'est... We're good. OK.
Alright. C'est bon. Fait que t'es prête pour le countdown?
Oui.
Alright, fait qu'on part ça dans 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright. Tout le monde, bienvenue à Link's Awakening DX. Je vais faire ce jeu-là à 100%. Là, je commence le commentary en français, mais je vais switch en anglais. So I'm going to be running this game 100%, which means that I'm going to get every single thing that's on the menu. But that doesn't include, that's like kind of not exactly what I'm doing because there are 25 seashells and I'm only getting 20. That's because with 20 you can get the upgrade of the sword and the 5 extra ones don't serve any purpose, so we're not getting them. The rest of the game we are doing basically everything.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. The people on the couch right now, they can present themselves if they want.
Hey, what's up? My name is Labros. I can't, dude. My name is Exhaust.
Yes, sir.
I will be running Ocarina of Time later.
Yep. Go check out that run. That'll be after the Adventure of Link run.
Exactly. This is like a big Zelda block, right?
Exactly. We're starting at the Zelda block.
Adventure of Link, OT, and Link to the Past. 2 seeds. That's going to be really exciting.
We're going to start this run by getting a lot of rupees. As you can see, what I just did is I got 2 rupees instead of 1, which was rupee duplicating. The thing is, Link's sword counts as an extra sprite,
hitbox.
An extra hitbox, so it counts as 2 rupees if it hits my shield and...
And what do you need rupees
Link.
for?
I need 10 rupees so that I can buy both the bombs and the magic powder.
Ooh.
So the bombs and magic powder are both 10 rupees, but I'm actually gonna I'm gonna steal the bombs because I'm a thief.
And what's that thing you just collected a few seconds ago?
I got the first secret seashell, which when you get, as I explained a little bit before, when you get 20 of them, you can upgrade the sword to the level 2 sword, which we're only going to get towards the end of this run.
Do you need the sword to get 100%?
Yes.
Yes.
So right now what we're going to be doing is we're going to steal this shovel, because this
wow,
this
you're a thief.
Yep, he doesn't look behind himself. But the problem is, he hates us now that we stole that.
Yep, and he has magic powers.
And so he's going to kill us. But the good news is, once we respawn, well, he loves us again. Yay! So we're gonna steal more stuff. Actually, that was another strategy that we did for stealing. if we'll check later in our inventory, but you'll see that we do have the bombs, even if it doesn't look like I bought them. I pressed the A button to buy them at the same time as I saved and quit, which means that the rupees didn't have time to exit my
inventory.
my wallet. Yep. So now we're going to be doing this little mini game to get the magic powder, which is the real reason why we got the 10 rupees. And then we're going to get
the shield. Oh.
No, what?
Why not the shield?
Pay attention to the game. We already have the shield. It's the first thing we got.
Oops.
Yep.
That's a big oopsie.
Yep. So now we're gonna go to the forest to go get the key to get inside D1, which is Tail Cave, I think. I do not remember, but I think it's Tail Cave, if I remember correctly.
Hey, here's a second seashell.
Yep. And what we're going to do that is we're going to do a bomb trigger. I'm going to start explaining it right now, even though it's not for a little second, because it does take some time to explain. And we're going to use that a lot in the game. A bomb trigger, basically, if we get to the pixel right before a transition, and we put a bomb, and then we put a bomb on the pixel right after a transition, that skips any cutscene that happens in that transition after that. So what we're gonna use that to skip the Lost Woods right here. I did need to kill that moblin. I need to get to the right pixel. This is getting frustrating because there are going to be ways to get to this pixel easier later in the game, but right now we just have to hope that we fall at the right spot. Oh, he actually pushed me at the right pixel, but I didn't take advantage of that. There we go.
Nice.
And as you see, we skipped that cutscene completely.
Yep.
Which saves a little bit of time because we actually would have had to give him the magic powder, which would have.
So now you can go to the first dungeon, right?
Yep, exactly. We're going to go to the first dungeon immediately. And at that first dungeon, we're going to be doing something called super jumps. From that point on, we're going to be doing super jumps all the time because that's the it's the biggest glitch in the game. It breaks the entire game.
Yeah.
And so how we're going to do that is we're going to clip into a wall, which seems like big trouble, but it's actually one of the easiest things to do. I did clip into a couple walls already, just to save a little bit of time on turns and stuff like that. Basically, to clip into a wall, you just have to enter the wall at the corner, and Link will be a little bit farther inside the wall. And we're going to use that to jump twice, and that'll make us jump over a lot of obstacles in the game. As you see, when I open chests, I'm opening the save and quit menu. That actually skips the text for the chest. So we do save a little bit of time by doing that. We're going to be doing that every single time we open a chest during this run. This guy almost killed me, but I'm fine.
Don't die.
That would be nice. Dying in Tail Cave, I'd be disappointed with myself. So now we're going to go get the feather, which is going to be the item that is going to help us do super jumps. I did play that safe because I had only a half a heart there, but there is a way to skip those spikes. That was close. This room is quick.
Nice try. The movement is really nice in this game so far.
The movement is pretty cool. The two quickest ways to move in this game are jumping diagonally and using the Pegasus boots. So when you're walking in a straight line, it doesn't make a difference if you're jumping or not. But if you're walking if you're walking diagonally, it's much better if you jump. The Pegasus boots we're only going to get a little bit later. That was the first super jump. As you saw, I clipped a little bit into the wall, which enabled me to do a double jump there. and I'm doing a second super jump right here, and then
Very
a
nice.
third one here, which if I could not fail it. There we go. And we're almost at the end of this first dungeon. What's weird with the mini bosses in this game is if you shoot 2 arrows into them, well, they die. So they're not a problem. And all of the mini bosses die after 2 arrows for some reason. I don't know why they programmed that, but it kind of makes the game much easier and quicker.
You know what I know though?
What?
We got a $20 donation by Perfect Quest fan. And also we got a $69 donation by
Hey.
PvP.
That's the right number.
There you go.
Thank you, guys. And that's the end of D1.
Nice.
So there are 8 dungeons in the regular game, but we're going to do 9 because there's the color dungeon. That's a dungeon that was added to the deluxe version of this game, which was the Game Boy Color version.
How many dungeons is there in the game?
So there are 9, including that color dungeon. And another change that was made to the deluxe version, as opposed to the original version on the original Game Boy, is that there is a mouse that follows you around and takes pictures of you, like a really weird stalker. And there are 12 pictures that he can take of you, and so we're going to get all 12 pictures because that counts in 100%. I think the reason that was added was because of the Game Boy printer that was in addition to the Game Boy Color, if I'm not mistaken. Right now we're going to get our first piece of heart. Pieces of heart are also something that we're going to get all of them. So we're going to have all of the hearts in the game. I don't know why I did that. That was... Okay. Okay, well, this is a problem. That was a problem for my ears.
We all love a good feedback.
It's our favorite. So here we're going to do another super jump to get this piece of heart and skip this entire puzzle, which we could have only done if we had the bracelets. And now we're going to go see our friend the mouse so that he starts stalking us, because if we don't go check on him, he never starts taking pictures of us. So we are going to go talk to him first, get our first picture. And most of the pictures we're going to see. Some of them you never see in the game for some reason unless you go talk to him and go check out the album. But most of them we're going to see, and they're all very, very cute. So I hope you'll enjoy them. I wish Link would talk to the mouse, but he can do whatever he wants, honestly. He's a free man.
A nice picture.
Yep, and we'll never see that picture, so I hope you can always go look that up on the internet. It's a fine picture. It's not the best. The best pictures we are going to see, so that's always the best. Now we're gonna go get Bow Wow, which also known as a Chain Chomp, because for some reason Nintendo decided, let's put a lot of characters from Mario in this game. And so the Chain Chomp is the first one that we're gonna see, but there are also, well, we've already seen Goombas, and
Booze.
Boos as well are gonna be a little bit later in the game. And there is also Mabu, which I don't remember what his name is in the game he's from, which is Super Mario Bros. 2, but he's also in this game. And he is a pop singer in this game for some reason, because Nintendo was kind of creative with this game. It's very much unlike most Zelda games. For example, the whole plot of this game happens in a dream.
Uh-oh.
No, I did that on purpose. I just forgot to do it earlier. And the thing with the dream is that once we wake from the dream, well, everybody in the dream dies. So, and that's Link's goal in this game, is to wake up from the dream.
They don't die. They stay in your heart.
Yeah, I think that's what Nintendo wanted you to know, but they die. They never come back, ever. They're dead forever.
Not until the next adventure.
Well, I wonder if they'd ever do a Link's Awakening 2. That'd be fun. Where, like, he go sees Marin again and all that.
He can't, she's dead.
Yeah, that's what I established, but I wonder if you could, like, go back into the Windfish's dream.
These 2D sections are pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of the things that were added to the Game Boy Zelda games. I mean, I think they're in the original Link's Awakening as well, but
Yes.
only the Game Boy Zelda games have those 2D sections. It's an interesting addition. I can understand why they never did it again though. They are pretty short. So there are the boos. Bye boos. We'll never see you again. That was actually the last time we'll ever see them in this game. So.
That was a cool strat though.
Yep. Usually to kill them, you have to put magic powder in both torches, which makes them scared and they never want to talk to you again. But what I did was much better. So in this room, you actually have to kill all enemies in a certain order, or else this chest never appears. It's a pretty cool gimmick, unless you don't know what order to do it in, because it never tells you. So I don't know how they're expecting us to know that's the order you're supposed to do it in. But there's a lot of things that this game expects you to know that they'll never tell you, like the positions of the secret seashells, which some of them are like really, really weird. We'll find them at some point. I'll show you why I think that. Link doesn't have the time to go around. He just likes to jump. This boss is the genie. He's one of the hardest bosses in the game. But since I have full health, I shouldn't have any trouble with him. We are going to kill him in one cycle though, which usually he takes 3 cycles to kill. To get him in one cycle, I clipped into the wall. So as I was showing you,
Nice.
clipping into the wall, this game doesn't really understand what happens when you clip into the wall. So a lot of weird things happen, like what I just showed. And yeah, that was one of my quickest genie fights, I think. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Nice.
Yep.
They're
I usually have a lot of trouble with him, honestly. So now we're going to move on to D3. And to go to D3, usually you would have to go inside Camelot Castle. And inside Camelot Castle, you're going to go get 5 feathers, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's feathers. And that would help you get the key to get inside D3, which is Key Cavern, by the way. But we don't like collectathons, so we're gonna skip that completely and just immediately go get that key. I'll explain to you how we're gonna do that a little bit later. So what I just did was I actually went all the way over there for a single reason, which was activating that warp that you saw. Maybe if you paid attention a little bit, you saw that there was a little warp pad over there, and to activate it you just have to enter the quadrant, and so that's what I did. We're gonna use that a little bit later to get back to that place because ain't nobody got time to walk. Right now we're gonna get our first upgrade, which is gonna be the bomb upgrade. So now we're gonna be able to hold 60 bombs instead of 20. That's gonna be useful because bombs are absolutely important in this game. What I find problematic with this game is that the music is so nice, but since we're like going through it so quickly, we never really get to appreciate it.
You only hear the intros.
Yeah, exactly. Except for this song, you get to hear the entirety of this song. But
Yep.
it's not the best, so.
Unfortunately, you don't get to hear Telltale Heights that much.
Which is the best song. But you really don't hear Telltale Heights. You barely hear it in the run, which is unfortunate, because it's a very, very good song.
Some would say overrated, but I don't think that's true.
I think it's pretty good. It's definitely up there in the best songs of this game.
For sure.
So we're gonna go get another picture right now.
Hey, that's in 3D. That's pretty cool.
Yep. The cutscenes to take pictures are all a little bit like that, which are pretty cool. It's a cool little addition that they made to the color version of this game. And now we have a beautiful picture with this little prince that we'll never talk to. So that was the
Bye-bye, prince.
Yep, we'll never see him again. That prince actually tells us to go get all of those feathers, but as you will see, we will do something called Villa Skip, which is what we're doing right now, and that will skip all of those feathers. So I need a little audio cue here.
He wants to hear Link Void. There you go.
And he transitions and jumps all the way to the bottom, because that's the only place Link can actually walk there. And so as you can see, it looks like I got a feather, but since that was the place you'd usually get the key,
Yep.
it actually gave me the key. It's just that since I didn't get a single feather, the game doesn't understand why I would have the key before getting a feather, so it tells me that I got the feather, even though I didn't. What I just did right there...
Nice. First try.
Yep. What I just did right there was clip a little bit inside those pits, and you can't actually clip into grass, so the game just wants to get you to the first place you can actually walk, which is all the way down. What I just did right there was instant flippers. Is when I see Link splash, I can actually transition, and then I can buffer a jump from there, which helps me get into Key Cavern, which is D3.
It's a pretty good run so far.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this run, honestly. I'm doing pretty perfectly to this point. You would even say it's a perfect quest.
Hey, hey, hey.
So right now, what we're going to be doing in this dungeon is we actually killed so many enemies before that at some point we're actually going to get a little triangle, which is the triangle of power, and that is going to help us hit, we're going to hit twice as hard on enemies than with a normal sword. And it makes us walk a little bit faster, and that's the part that we like. We like walking faster because it's a speed run. This is the only dungeon that we're actually going to find a piece of power, but it's pretty cool. I just need to not touch that acorn, because if I touch that acorn, I'll never be able to get the piece of power. There we go.
And this triangle is consistent?
Yes. With the route that we have, you always kill the right amount of enemies. Nope. Okay, right now what I'm going to be doing is...
This is a pretty difficult trick.
Dodongo skip, which is, I would say, in the most difficult tricks of the game, which I actually just got it.
But you have to do it twice, though.
I do have to do it twice. But it is one of the hardest tricks in the game, I'd say. How it works is it's a super jump mixed with a spin attack, which is going to hit the which hits the Dodongo, which enables us to clip over the wall to our right. The problem with the fact that I voided a couple times there is that this piece of power doesn't last forever. When you get hit a lot, you actually lose it, and I don't want to lose it because I'm walking quicker, and it's super useful to beat the boss of this dungeon which is probably, I'd say, in the 2 hardest bosses of the game. Nope.
Fun fact, you can actually soft lock in this trick, so
Yep.
it's kind of difficult.
I'm just hoping that I won't.
Okay, good.
Okay, we're good.
We're done with this.
Yeah, we're done with that trick. Hallelujah. What? No.
Wow. You still have the triangle of power.
I still have it. I can hear it. Come on. There we go. If I just hit down for 1 frame, going down a ladder, Link falls all the way down, which is cool and useful. I'm actually gonna get this because I don't want to die on the eye.
Hopefully not.
Yep.
All right.
This boss kind of sucks, but since we have Piece of Power, he's not that bad. Without Piece of Power, he's really frustrating though, because you do have to hit him a lot. There we go.
Nice.
All right. And that was D3. All right, so now we're going to do a lot of little side quests. This is going to be the longest we're going to spend in the overworld between D3 and D4. The reason why that is we have to go get Marin, which is this girl has a crush on us, and we have to go get her because she's going to sing to awaken a walrus that sleeps in the middle of our path. A little bit like a Snorlax that we need the Poke Flute to awaken. So we're gonna go get Marin, and she's at our village. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, there was a little brain fart right there, but I'm good. So before we go get Marin, we're actually gonna go get a couple of pieces of heart and stuff like that right next to here. One of the things we're going to do right next to this screen, after we get this piece of heart that's in this room, is we're going to start the collectible quest. The trading quest, that's what I meant. And the trading side quest actually starts before this, but one of the parts of the trading side quest is actually needed to beat the game, but we didn't do it. But the game assumes that you've done it at this point in the game, so they're gonna let us continue on with the trading side quests with this guy right here. So we're gonna give him a stick that we never got, and he's gonna hit this acorn, what am I saying? This beehive, and we're gonna take the beehive, which is the second item of the trading side quest, and bring it to this guy that's gonna give us a pineapple. You'd think it's a little bit dangerous to just carry a beehive with you, but Link doesn't care about that. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to get our first reward for secret seashells. And our first reward for secret seashells is quite...
Quite what?
Quite ironic, because it's actually another secret seashell. So we're going to get our 6th secret seashell by giving the gods of secret seashells 5 secret seashells. So now we have 6.
Nice.
Yep. And we're going to get our 7th right here. Link is actually superhuman because he can take plants in his hands. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that's necessarily superhuman, but if you can just take a plant from the ground and do whatever you want with it, I'd be impressed. I don't know. Maybe it's not that impressive. Oh, actually, I just realized I don't. So the thing with this game is that the menu doesn't have specific places for every item. So it is possible that I'll misplace an item, like right there when I put the bracelets all the way down in the right. That's going to lose me a little bit of time because when I want to go get the bracelets, I'm going to have to go all the way down to the right in the menu. Right now we're going to go get the pineapple. which will trade for the beehive and immediately leave. And we'll use this warp pad right here to get back to Maid Village, which is the village in which we start the game. And that's where we're going to find Marin, actually. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go into Link's Nightmare, because a dream within a dream, that's weird. But that's actually something that we're actually going to do. It's Inception.
Yep.
This game is Inception.
And
So
this room has great music, by the way.
It literally has the worst song in the game.
I don't
The
think
good
so.
news is we're not going to hear it too much. I hate
like
the
it.
song. It's terrible.
It's good. No way. Okay.
And we're gone. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to go fish. Because every good Zelda game has a little bit of fishing in it. And Link, he likes to fish. So let's indulge in his passion for fishing, which is going to get us 1 piece of heart.
Is it RNG the fishing or?
No, it is not. It is always the same thing because it's actually in 2D and it's basically impossible to fail. You actually have to fish. You have to fish this small fish first, because or else you can't get to the big one that's under. But that's just the cruelty of life, I guess. Whoops.
Oh, that fish clipped in that wall.
Yep. He doesn't care. Collisions. Who said collisions were needed?
It's an illusion.
Yep. Now we're gonna go give Bow Wow back to her master. We would actually keep Bow Wow if we could, because he's actually pretty useful. He kills enemies all the time, and that it enables us to get many more pieces of power. But we actually need to give him back because we want this picture here. And this picture is...
Couldn't you delay getting that picture for like later in the run?
No, because after we're gonna get Marin, and you can't
2 companions at the same time?
Yeah, you can't have 2
Okay.
companions at the same time.
That's fair.
Yep.
Is there any kind of RNG in the game in general, or?
There is, but we're not there yet. I'll explain
Nice. Infinite jump.
to you. Yep. Hey, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. That's so super bizarre. I didn't even know that was
Never happened
possible.
before.
I just levitated. That's pretty cool. All right. We're going to go into this library. The only reason we're going into this library is to immediately leave. And that's
Awesome.
to set
A flag?
a flag so that when we save and quit, we will be teleported all the way back there, which is much
Nice.
quicker than walking this entire distance that we're walking right now to go get Marin. Oops. So Marin has a crush on us, but I guess we don't really care that much because we're gonna kill her. So something that's interesting
Not
with this
yet.
screen, something that's interesting with this screen is that the seagulls are always RNG. So that's the first. We were talking about RNG. Well, these seagulls, they never move in the same pattern. This entire dialogue would probably be much more interesting if I could speak Japanese.
It's all about Link saying no to her.
Yeah, basically. What's interesting, actually, is that in the American version of the game,
He just picked her up.
yeah, it's because we won Marin. in the English version of the game, we when we steal something, our file name becomes thief. I think it happens in the Japanese version as well, but
It says thief in Japanese.
yeah, it says thief in Japanese, and I don't know how to read Japanese, so I don't know. I don't know if it does it. So I don't know when they mention Link's name in the game, so I don't know when they would said thief, you know. But yeah, in the American version of the game, every character after that moment calls you thief, which is very, very
Disturbing.
disturbing. Yeah, for sure. So this is the secret seashell I was talking about that I have no idea how Nintendo thought that we would think to do this. Like, come back here, hit this tree in the right angle, and get the seashell. It's ridiculous. Why would they think that we would find this? I actually don't know how we even found it in the first place. That means somebody like was running around, hitting every tree he wanted. Like, I don't get it. But
Well, to be fair, like bonking into trees has just been a Zelda thing for so long.
yeah, I know, but you can't even. It's not. You can't even bonk from the angle you want. It has to be from that angle. So it doesn't make any. Nah, I don't know. I'm not gonna argue with Nintendo. That would be a battle I'll lose.
Well, actually, not for so long, considering this game came out a long time ago.
Yes.
I guess after a period of time, so.
I feel like they could have taken a little bit more time to polish this game, even though I think that it's a pretty good game. Just because of the amount of glitches this game has. Just like clipping into walls is a little bit ridiculous that they even have this in the game still. I don't understand why they never like bug tested that, but you know, it makes it easier for us. So, us being the speedrunners. This is another little picture cutscene. I wanted to take a picture with my girlfriend, but her dad wanted to be in the picture too. So he kind of ruins the picture, the beautiful romantic picture that I was going to take with my girlfriend. But you know, it's not a big deal. It's not like I'll never have an opportunity to do that again, you know, because I'll never have an opportunity to do that again. That was the joke. So what we're doing right now is we're going to bring Marin back. We're going to bring her to the animal village, in which she will wake up the walrus. There is a way to skip this cutscene right here, but we don't do it just because we need to go get Marin for some pictures. So it's worth it just to bring Marin here than to do a bomb. We can actually do a bomb trigger to skip this cutscene. I showed it off in my run at DreamHack Montreal 2018.
The famous sound walruses make.
Yep. And we're not only going to wake him up, we're also going to kill him.
Oh no.
He's now dead. I don't think walrus would survive that fall, especially falling head first, unless he knows how to dive. But it didn't look like very good form, to be honest.
Hey, whoa. That's harsh.
I'm no diving judge, but you know.
Nice.
We just killed this boss without seeing him.
Yep.
But so we'll never see that boss ever.
And we got the key for the dungeon.
Yep.
What?
We shot a bomb arrow while we were in the air. And so that we could open that. What's funny with bomb arrows in this game is that I don't know why I equipped that, but what's funny with bomb arrows? Well, I mean, when you're jumping in this game, Link actually moves like when he jumps like vertically. The game thinks he's at that spot in the game, so
right.
We can like take advantage of that. So now that we've god damn it, that's pretty dumb.
Oops.
That's a little time loss right there. Didn't mean to fall in there. Let's hope we don't do that again. I don't know how that even happened, but you know, stuff happened. It's the marathon curse. I like that the owl is less of a problem than in Ocarina of Time, because honestly, we would all want him to shut up for the rest of Zelda history. That'd be pretty fun. We're gonna do another bomb trigger here, so that we can get a piece of heart. In the same ways that we would be able to skip a cutscene with the bomb trigger, well, we can also skip going all the way there to go get a piece of heart. Though it's much easier to just do that. Actually, I just realized that I could save and quit. And right now we're going to go all the way to D4, which is the easiest dungeon in the game.
Why is that?
I don't know. We just skip most of it. We skip like basically everything in that dungeon, and so it makes it pretty useless. And the boss is also the easiest boss in the game. You kill him in 3 hits. We're gonna hear Marin sing again because we want to learn this song so that we can finish the game. This is the song that actually wakes up the windfish at the end. It's called Ballad of the Windfish.
Pretty good song too.
It's not the best song. I would argue that Mambo's Mambo that we're gonna get after D4 is the best song in the game. But it's definitely better than the 3rd song in the game that I forget what it's called, but it's also the worst song of
Yeah, but look at this harmony.
Yeah,
So
it's beautiful. Was this before Ocarina of Time?
Is this what?
Was this before Ocarina of Time?
I think it's the same year.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
really?
we think it's the same year. What we
Because when you save warp earlier, it said 1998, which is also the year of Ocarina of Time.
Yep. So that means that harmonies were being Link did harmonies in 3D and in 2D that same year. Harmonies with Sheik and with Marin. This song is really cool, by the way, the song for opening this dungeon. I don't know why they never used it again. They just use it for that dungeon, but it's a really cool it's a cool epic song. I like it. I think they might use it for D7 too, but those are the only 2 dungeons that have that song.
Ooh, $101.
101 Dalmatians.
Can we reach 200 before the end of the run?
That'd be pretty cool.
Let's see.
Chat, we're challenging you to get us to $200. We're challenging you to give us money, basically. Right here, no, come on. Why would you ruin this for me? Oh, come on.
Rip.
Okay, look at this. This is gonna be fun. Woo.
Ooh, nice.
Nice movement there.
It saves in like 0.3 seconds, but it's pretty cool.
A time save is a time save.
Time save is a time save.
So this is D4. I'll show you why this is the easiest dungeon in the game.
Show me.
Well, I'm showing you right now.
Oh, please do.
Okay. So first what we're going to do in D4 is
Jumping.
jump over that gap, shoot a bomb arrow, get this key.
So you prefer shooting bomb arrows instead of waiting for the bomb fuse?
Yeah, it's much quicker.
Yeah.
So that skips like a couple minutes of the dungeon.
Yeah, that was
that
a nice
jump that I
diagonal
did
jump.
right there. Right now I'm going to do another one of those instant flippers that I did. That's going to skip another minute. And then,
Nice.
and then,
There's a password here.
yep. But they tell us what the password is.
Yeah.
It's not that hard of a password.
Bad security over there.
Yep. Now we actually got the flippers. We're gonna want to kill this guy because. Okay. These guys are being troublesome. But now that we have the flippers, we'll never need to do that instant flippers trick again. But and now we're gonna skip the last thing that we're gonna skip is another like a couple minutes of this dungeon by doing a super jump. A very, very conveniently placed super jump. I wonder if like the game developers knew super jumps were in the game. Oh, come on. Okay, never mind.
Can you soft lock here too?
No, it's not large enough for you to soft lock. I don't think I clipped into the wall. I'm realizing that now.
Yeah, it didn't look like it.
Is it a good time to clip a donation in?
Absolutely.
100%.
All right. Well, we got a $12 donation by La Kimber who says, well, basically, La Loi 5, heart. Parce que 101 en binaire, c'est 5, by the way. Pour ceux qui savent.
Oh,
Nice. That's a nice one.
Donc,
I got that one.
there you go.
That's my mom, so.
That's your mom?
Yep.
Like, legit or?
Yeah, like legit.
Legit?
Yep, 100%.
Hi, perfect mom.
Alright, that was the easiest boss in the game. He's dead. That was he lived a short life. I'm sure he had a lot of fun before I got here, but unfortunately we ruined that fun immediately when we got there too. I'm gonna get Pegasus boots. And we're done with D4.
By the way, since the donation total is 101, you should switch to French, please.
Yeah, Loisard. And if someone donate, you can switch back to English.
Nah, I'm good. Technically, that's only for if I'm selling things that I have to speak in English. In French, I mean. I'm not selling anything. I'm selling...
You're selling your content.
Yep.
That's a bullet
This
bill.
is the best song in the game.
Looks like a
100%.
bullet bill.
But it's a fish.
Yeah, but it looks like a bullet bill. Fine. It's a fish.
Alright. That's the best song in the game.
I think this
100%.
dance deserves some money.
Yeah, that was a terrible dance. I'm sorry for your eyes. Alright, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing this side quest that will need the ghost that is going to appear once we do this warp here. There's a ghost that's gonna start following us. This
Oh, no, not a ghost.
This ghost, you would think he would be a mean ghost, but he's actually a friendly ghost. He only wants you to bring him to his grave, but before he wants you to bring him to his grave, he wants to see his house one last time before he goes to his grave, so that he can die in peace. So we're gonna bring him to his house, because he can't find the way by himself for some reason. But first, we're not in a hurry. We're gonna get this secret seashell, and we're also going to do a little bomb trigger right here to continue the trading side quest. That's a different type of bomb trigger. It's just I'm discarding 2 bombs on 2 separate frames, so that the bomb trigger starts. This is one of the only 2 places that you can do that, but it's the only one we're gonna use. But it's pretty cool. So we just
You're pretty cool.
We just got this mermaid's bikini top. So Link is gonna see some boobies because he's gonna put this mermaid's bikini top on.
That's not appropriate.
Yep. In the American version of this game, it's not a bikini top. I forget what it is, but in this version, in the Japanese version, they don't really care about child-appropriate stuff. They don't really care. Doesn't change anything for them. But I mean, doesn't matter. Saw boobies, you know. And you got a secret seashell right here. I'm actually surprised I didn't forget anything yet. And I'm saying that.
Hopefully you don't.
Which I might have forgotten something, but I just don't know if I did.
That's gonna be fun later.
Yep. So this is the ghost's house. You have to bring him inside. He's gonna do a little tour of his house with the really sad music in the background.
Monka is.
And then he's not gonna even let us choose to leave the house. He's just gonna kick us out of the house. I'm not even touching the D-pad right now, but we're also going to leave the house immediately. He kicked us out. And now we have to bring him to his grave. But once again, we're not in a hurry. We've got other stuff to do before we do that. And that means 1 secret seashell right here. And then... come on. Can you do a spin attack, please? Okay, well, that was very sad, but it's not a big deal. At least we're getting cursed on these dumb stuff that don't lose that much time. As long as I do a first try at Rooster Skip, I'll be pretty happy about that. I'll explain what Rooster Skip is a little bit later in the run, but that's not for right now.
I'm hyped for Rooster Skip.
Rooster Skip is one of the biggest glitches in the game, but that's for another time.
So what's this upgrade for?
This is our arrows. We're actually going to get, I think, max of 60 arrows. The last upgrade we're going to get is the magic powder, because we don't really need more magic powder. It's not like we use it ever, except to get upgrades. What's fun with Mambo's Mambo is that it also teleports Link. So not only is it the best song, but it's also the most useful song. So we're gonna bring this ghost to his house right now. His grave is right here. You can see it. Before we do that, though, we need to.
Perfect Quest, do you know if this is the 4th Zelda or the 5th one?
It's the 4th.
The 4th?
Sure.
Yep.
I always thought OT was the 4th.
No. The randomizer for this game is called Zelda 4 randomizer. So
Oh, okay then.
I'm pretty sure it's the 3rd. It's the 4th.
Yep. Okay then. So this came out earlier in the year than Ocarina of Time, which makes sense. Ocarina of Time probably came out during the winter for Christmas.
Imagine living in an era where
How old were
Zeldas
you
came
in
twice a year.
1998?
And I'm not
What?
talking about
How old were you in 1998?
I didn't exist.
This is the cutest picture in the game. I'd just like to mention, because Link poses next to the grave and the ghost appears. It's super cute. Love it. Doesn't make any sense, but it's cool. Yeah, imagine living in an era where Zeldas came twice a year. And I'm not talking like throwaway Zeldas. I'm talking about really good Zeldas twice a year. Imagine. Instead, we're waiting 4 years for mediocre Zeldas like Breath of the Wild. Ooh, did I just do a hot take? Okay, well,
Hot takes.
I'm going to have to go back to where I just went because I missed that piece of heart.
Oh.
So that's a problem. I don't want to miss anything. So we're going to go back to there a little bit later. Right when we're done Color Dungeon.
Yeah, the color dungeon. So in this game, compared to the original, they added a new dungeon.
Let me...
And this dungeon allows you to get either the blue tunic or the red tunic.
Yep.
The blue tunic gives you double defense, and the red tunic gives you double damage.
But in a speedrun, double defense is not very worth it, even though I'm dying to this. You know? Like, I feel like...
Let's just say that didn't happen.
Yeah, let's just forget about that. But,
So we're gonna get double offense.
double damage, yeah.
Double damage. But we need to do the whole dungeon first.
What we just did is talk to those two skeletons and tell them what color they are.
Yeah.
The good news is that's not RNG, because if it was RNG, I feel like you would lose a lot of time because I don't speak Japanese. But that's like just to make sure you're playing on an actual
There's actually a
color.
glitch you can do to get the tunics way earlier.
What is that?
You can kill, like, I think it's like 99 enemies.
Really?
Yeah, and then you just get the tunic.
I wonder why that's not routed in.
I don't know, maybe it counts as... Well, it definitely doesn't count as wrong warp or out of bounds, but maybe it's lower because you do have to kill 99 enemies or something.
Yeah. That's bizarre. I've never heard of that. Huh. I'll look that up.
Well, I'm pretty sure I did that. So I think that's a thing. I didn't imagine that. Also, shoutouts to the 69 rupees.
Hey, this is actually the hardest boss in the game, 100%. I will fight you if you think that's not the case. I hate this boss. It sucks. I'm very scared to die. Ah, nice. That was close.
That was close. A
We
little
are
too
going to get a
close.
fairy right here, though, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. You got scared there.
That fairy again definitely helped.
Yep. Got the
All right.
boss key, save and quit to get to the beginning of the dungeon.
This is one of the coolest dungeons, I think.
Yeah, it's a really unique dungeon.
Yeah, they definitely, you know, when they went back to do this dungeon after Link's Awakening, the original, they definitely tried to make something different.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, Link's Awakening 1, the original, like the black and white version, probably didn't come out in 1998. So that's
No,
why
it came out in
Wait, that's right.
1993.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
that would make much more sense than two like full games coming out the same year. I do need the sword though.
Oh, apparently it's 1993,
Okay, wow.
so it's 5 years earlier.
What happened in those 5 years?
Well, they made other games and they, yeah.
I guess in that case, maybe this came out after Ocarina of Time? Maybe?
Yeah,
Not
maybe
sure.
that's possible.
During the year or
It
right
is-
after or at
It
the
is a
same time?
possibility. I mean, I don't know when it both came out, so
But I guess it's still Zelda 4 as in Link's Awakening,
Exactly.
not necessarily DX.
exactly. But that would mean that there was a 5-year hiatus between Zelda games. 1993 and 1998.
Yeah, wait, what does that mean? Does that mean there was a 5-year gap between
Yeah.
any Zelda game?
It seems like it.
What? That's strange.
Now I'm wondering how I'm going to route getting that piece of heart into the game right now, because I'm not supposed to have missed that. So I don't know how I'm going to do this, but let's see. I'm going to improvise a little bit.
Surely we're missing something. I still can't believe it.
Well, I am missing a piece of heart. We already established this. I've missed a piece of heart. Exhaust, I've missed a piece of heart. You have to remember this.
You missed a piece of heart.
Yes. And
Okay, do you know which one it is?
Yes, I'm going to get it right now.
Okay, but you just want me to tell you, like, every X amount of time that you missed a heart.
No, I'd rather not. I'm getting it right now.
Oh, you're getting it right now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, there was no need to tell me then.
Well, I'm just because you were saying that I can't believe that I didn't miss anything, but I did miss something. I missed this piece of heart.
Oh, I meant I can't believe that there was a gap of 5 years between any Zelda game.
Oh. Now we're gonna go back to our original route, which now we're gonna go to D5. We're gonna start explaining things again. To get to D5, we're gonna go get the boomerang. But we're gonna get the boomerang early, because usually you need the hook shot to get the boomerang. But we're gonna get the boomerang without the hook shot. And that's a pretty big glitch. And it's pretty useful as well, because the boomerang actually is going to help us get the hook shot early as well. So it's like a double whammy. It's super fun. It's also one of the worst glitches to do, so it's not that fun, but you know, it's cool. It's impressive.
Hey, Perfect Quiz, can I read the donation?
Of course.
Alright, we have a $6.69 from Hunter Noir. It says, for being a gentleman and helping a helpless mermaid with her wardrobe. And the donation goes toward Kill the Animals in Super Metroid.
Yes. Save the frames.
Kill the animals, please.
Save the animals, please.
No, no, no.
Yes, save the animals.
You're unbelievably wrong, Exhaust, but you know, it's cool. I wonder how it feels to be objectively wrong.
You know, we get to see the animals once a year, or twice a year, at best.
Play Fusion if you even see the animals.
And I think in such an event, you have to make things different and save the animals.
No.
And also it makes the
no.
run longer, so people can donate more for the cause.
Okay, I get it. Makes sense. Okay,
See,
right now,
see, I win.
right now I'm going to be doing this trick called early boomerang.
Yes, and for the French, it's boomerang plutôt.
I have some copyrights for this name.
I think it's boomerang plutôt.
Hey guys, do you know how do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
I don't know. do you call it?
It's a stick. Thank you.
All right. So to do this trick, what we have to do is we have to buffer a jump to get to a certain pixel, and then we're going to buffer with start, which is going to make Link fall all the way down. The thing is, when you buffer with start, Link doesn't advance, he just loses height. And so we're going to use that so that Link will fall right in that crack here and be able to do a super jump so that he can get to the other side. Like the chicken when you cross the road.
Hey, you landed. Oh yeah.
First try, idiot.
Shoutouts to Simple Flips.
And so that trick actually was much harder than it was impressive, but it is really cool. So, anyways, I like it. I think it's pretty nice.
So what's that item you got?
I got the mirror, which is the last item of the trading side quest. And what finishing the trading side quest gets you is it gets you the boomerang. But we have to go get the boomerang. So we're going to go get the boomerang first. But before we do that, we have to get a picture. Because the mouse
What's that
now
mouse doing there?
is swimming, and he doesn't know how to get out of the water, so we're going to have to fish him out.
Dude, that's a waterproof camera back in 1990.
Yep.
93.
Well, no, because it's the DX version, so 1998.
Sure.
By the way, somebody can ask me, can somebody explain why Link put his sword in the air like that? That was the dumbest move. He pushed the fisherman inside the water. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Nobody will ever explain. I don't get it. Why did Link do that?
Link is a serious killer.
Yeah, he wanted the fisherman to die. And he never even caught him back. He got the picture and then left. The hell, Link? Manners. So we're gonna go get the boomerang and we're gonna get a secret seashell right now. So we're gonna get 2 and 1.
Hey, by the way, you forgot a heart piece.
No, that's not the case.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%. And I know how many heart pieces I'm supposed to be at right now. So the ghost is not with us anymore, so why not pillage his house and steal his stuff?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it makes sense. You know, somebody's dead.
That's what you do with people that are dead.
Yeah, you can steal their stuff. I forgot to press save and quit on that, so I had to see the text of the game that said, "You got 50 rupees because you're cool."
Also, no longer 69. Rip. F. Press F in the chat.
So to get the boomerang, we have to trade an item. So we traded the shovel because we're no longer in need of the shovel. Wait, this is not what I need. And
So if you forget a seashell, if you forget to dig a seashell and trade for the boomerang, can you no longer finish the game at 100%?
no, you can trade it back if you want.
Okay.
Which is weird. I wonder who would want to trade it back. Like they're like, boomerang's it's too good for me. It's technically the best weapon in the game.
Really?
Unlike its counterparts in any other Zelda game.
Yeah.
It is the best item in the game. Is the boomerang. It kills most enemies in one hit, including the final boss. So.
All right. So this is dungeon
Dungeon 5, yes.
5? Okay.
And in Dungeon 5, we're also going to skip most of that dungeon, like that wasn't the case in any other dungeon, you know? Because
And what's the item for this dungeon?
it's the hookshot.
Oh.
No. I didn't skip that text box. So, what's cool with the hookshot is usually to finish this dungeon, you have to kill the mini-boss of this dungeon. Come on. Stop playing with me. You have to kill the mini-boss of this dungeon 4 times to get the hookshot. But we're gonna go to the place where you beat him for the last time first, because there's only one item that you can get in that room, and it's the hookshot. So if you collect an item in that room, the game thinks you collected the hookshot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna collect a key in that room, and so how we're gonna do that is we're gonna use the boomerang. We're gonna take the boomerang. We're gonna take this key right here. And get the hookshot in the next room.
That's great.
So it's probably the coolest glitch I'd say in this game.
Yep, that's called a hook shot early.
Yep.
And en français, it's a grappin plus
Le grappin plus tôt.
Grappin plus tôt.
I kind of bugged there.
Wouldn't it be tir de crochet plutôt?
Ah non, c'est un
It's crochet tiré plutôt.
It's like grappin.
It's a grappin.
It's crochet tiré.
So this is the mini boss that we were supposed to kill 4 times, but we still need to kill him once because he won't let us pass if we don't kill him. So
Great.
had to follow him a little bit because he didn't fall in the right place. Every time you kill him, he gives you a key. Usually you're not supposed to kill him. You're supposed to like hit him enough so that he runs away. But if you hit him with 4 bombs, he dies instead of runs away. And so he gives you a key. And so technically you can get 3 extra keys in this dungeon, which is an interesting thing, like that wasn't programmed.
Mario enemies again.
Yep. Bloopers and Goombas in the same room.
OP hook shot.
Yep.
Can you swim forever? Like there's no
Yep.
meter?
There's no
It's
There's no
because of the
timer.
flippers, man.
Yep. Because you know the flippers let you swim.
Yeah, sure. Makes sense.
Because that's a thing in real life. And if you ever question that,
You die.
Oh yeah, I'll come and kill you. So you better not hide. You better not something something Santa Claus something something.
So D5's a pretty long dungeon.
Yeah, it's not the longest though. The longest dungeon is D6, which we're gonna do last. After this dungeon, we're actually not gonna be playing in the intended order. We're going to be doing 8-7-6 after this dungeon.
Interesting.
Which, yeah, we're screwing with the rules of the game.
And that's because of a trick.
Called Rooster Skip.
Exactly.
That we're going to be doing right after this dungeon.
And I'm excited for that.
What I just did was throw that hook shot in the middle of the pit, which saved me a lot of time because
Yep.
I would have to do the
And Rooster Skip's gonna work the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
So this boss is, you just wait.
It's waiting the game, also known as I hate this boss, it sucks. This is the part where RNG happens in this game. Yep. It sucks, and I hate it. It's safer to stay on one side because or else you get hit a lot by the tail. So that's what I do, but it's not the quickest. There is a way to be a little bit quicker. Come on.
That was not lucky. All right, there you go.
I have to hit him 3 times. There is a way to hit him twice instead of 3, but I have yet to find a way to do that. I wish I had better RNG.
RNG.
RNGesus, please.
There you go. That's 2.
No, I only hit him twice instead of 3 times. That means the 3rd time I really need to hit him 3 times.
There's 1 hit of leeway.
Yep. And the problem is if you don't get him after 4 pulls.
All right. Oh no, that was almost it though. All right, there you go.
If you don't get him after 3 pulls, there is a possibility that he comes out and you can't hit him. Like he'll like start running around and then explode and then come back, which is very slow and can kill you.
But that didn't happen, so it's fine.
Exactly. I don't know why I'm talking about it because it didn't happen. And
we
everything that
got
doesn't
the
happen.
xylophone thing.
It's a flute.
Yeah, I feel like
Is
it's.
it?
I think it's a pan flute.
Pan flute.
No.
It does sound
That's
like
a xylophone, dude.
Yeah, it does sound like a xylophone. You're right. But to be fair, with
I don't know actually. It kind of looks like it's. I'm thinking about it.
yeah, there is no way to know because the sounds in this game don't really sound like their actual instrument,
Yeah, and it probably said what it was, but it's in Japanese,
and we don't speak.
and we
At all. I
don't
don't
know
speak.
enough of the lore of this game.
I don't speak at all. I don't talk.
You don't talk.
No.
What have you been doing for an hour?
I don't know. I actually just woke up.
Wow. Nice. I don't talk, I whisper.
You do ASMR?
I know I'm going
This
this
was
way.
ASMR this whole time. You didn't know?
I don't know why I went that way. That's not the way I was supposed to go, but I didn't lose that much time doing that. But, you know. Okay, now we're going to go into a maze. This maze is...
Wait, there's a maze in this game?
Yep, there's a maze that has signs that you have to read in a certain order.
Oh, right. And then we get to see the best character in the whole game.
No, also known as the worst character in the whole game.
I love that crocodile, dude.
It sucks. I think it's based off the last boss in Mario Brothers 2. So something interesting is we're very fortunate that the directions are not said in Japanese and they're just showed on the screen. You know, because
So this is random, right?
no, it's not random.
No, it's not like
It's not random.
But you do have to read all the signs?
Yeah, 100%. And if you read
if
it,
it's always the same, it doesn't matter if it's in Japanese or not.
yeah, but I would have to remember it, and I don't want to remember it. So I do remember like most of it. I'm sure I could do it by memory, but by the way, something that's interesting with these signs is if you talk to them twice, well, you have to start the maze all over again. So we're trying to not look at them twice.
Yeah. Oh, that was a little time saver.
Yep. I use the hookshot a lot for this, just because moves Link a little bit quicker.
And that's the last one, I think.
It is not.
Oh, okay then. It is not. Dude, it was almost the last one.
This is the last one.
I knew it.
And the worst song in the game is coming up, so if you want to read a donation, I hope there's a donation, because I don't want to hear this. This song sucks. The whole thing with this song is that this like crocodile is a pop star, and we're actually paying 300 rupees to hear a song before it comes out. It's a disappointment. Do I have to mention that it's a disappointment? If I had spent 300 rupees to listen to this,
This is a great song, dude.
I would shoot myself in the head.
Look at the harmonies.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's the worst song.
Definitely not.
100%. Musically, it's unbelievably bad. And you can't even argue with that.
You can look up the tabs for this song on the internet, I'm sure.
If you want to play it and ruin my ears forever,
Yes. I'm gonna learn it just for you.
yay, I'm super excited.
On ultimateguitar.com. That's an actual thing, by the way.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to go to D8. And to get to D8, well, we have to do something called Rooster Skip.
Yep.
Which is the hardest trick in the game. No questions asked. It is the hardest trick in the game. It's the hardest trick in the game. And it's the hardest trick in the game. And when I went to it,
Is it the
was
hardest
the
trick in the
hardest
game?
trick in the game.
Yeah.
And so every time I went to it, it was the hardest trick in the game.
It's free, so you get
So the problem with this trick is that
Is the hardest trick in the game?
it's the hardest trick in the game. No, actually, but like when you fall into the pits in the room with that trick, you
It becomes the hardest trick in the game.
you don't
You don't respawn at the same room.
in the same room.
You respawned on a river.
Yep. And
This
so
one,
you have to-
actually.
and so you lose 15 seconds every time you miss, and so that's frustrating.
You respawn right
Nobody
here.
wants that to happen.
So hopefully that doesn't
So let's
happen.
do this. Let's do this.
You want to this
Rooster
time?
skip.
Monka S in the chat.
Monka S.
I'm Monka S in so hard right now.
Nice.
Well,
I fell not even at the part that's hard, so
that's what we want to see. That's what you came here for.
yeah, a professional speedrunner. That's what I am. That's my job.
Yep, he makes a living off of falling here.
Yeah. That's what I do, is like, I just run this game, and every time I get to this point, I fall.
And every time we get to this point, it's the hardest trick in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Rooster Skip.
Wait, did I mention that this was the hardest trick in the game?
I think you did.
Is this hard?
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
It's kind of hard. We have to buffer this. There is a way to do this unbuffered, but I'm not good enough. And it is the hardest trick in the game, so it does make sense that I would have to buffer it.
And that's a good frame. Ooh.
I think I'm going to get it
more.
first try.
A couple more. Oh.
No! Link
I saw that.
Link went back a little bit.
That was
so he
a
was
frame late, I think.
No, it was on the right frame. It's just that Link, for some reason, was a little bit too close to the pit right behind him, and so he fell inside it.
Oh.
It's sad, and we will attend his funeral in a couple days.
But he's not dead.
Well, this is actually
a different Link.
Yeah, it's a different Link.
Okay then. Okay. Good. A couple more. Good. That should work.
Yep, I think I got it.
There we go.
Woo! All right.
Only got past it. Wasn't first try, but it's fine.
Yeah, the rest of the game should be pretty much a breeze from this point on.
How much time does this save?
A lot of time.
Well, it pretty much makes the route possible, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, there is a new route that was established about 2 months after I learned this game, but that I never learned because I don't know. I don't have that time. And I just learned this route, so I was like, I'm not going to learn a new route. You know what I mean?
Is the new route much faster, or?
It's 1 minute faster.
Man.
And I think it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 5, 8 or something like that.
So you don't do rooster skip anymore?
No, I don't remember, actually. Maybe you do. I don't remember. But you probably do because it's still quicker than going to go get the rooster.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yo, hey, I got more donations.
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So we've got Mavin D. Jazzy gave $10 and says Windsor loves Henry. And we also have Avasam that gave $5. Donations in print, so I'm gonna say pour que la brosse aille s'acheter une bière.
Shout out to Avasam, a co-worker of mine. Nice guy. Thanks, Sam.
All right, we'll go. In your honor, we'll go get a beer after this run.
Sure. Yep. By the way, Samuel, Avasam is doing a run at 7 a.m. or something like that in the morning, so stay up for that.
And by the way, this is the song Tall Hill Heights.
Yeah. So something I'm going to show you a little bit in a couple seconds. Well, not right now because I'm getting the last upgrade, but right after that is I'm going to skip this part where there's like fire that's shooting out of like a
demon-looking guy.
Yeah, and usually you would need the level 2 shield to get past that, but we can like clip into the wall and skip through it. But what I'm like, I feel like it's convenient because if that didn't exist, you would actually not be able to like rooster skip would be completely useless. So, and this is where I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it right now. By the way, shout outs to Mavin D. Jazzy, which is my uncle. So, you know, everybody in my family is donating.
That's fun. That's good.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's really nice. Thanks.
So we're gonna do bomb trigger right here to get into the 8th dungeon. That bomb trigger actually only saves that I have to like. Usually I have to play a song.
What's that dungeon called? I forgot.
I forget as well.
Isn't it
I think it's Turtle Rock, yeah.
Turtle Rock, yeah, that's right.
Like in every Zelda game.
Link to the Past, yeah.
What's funny is that there was actually like that turtle that went out.
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to fight him, but for some reason, if you just run into him, he doesn't hurt you at all. So.
No need to fight.
Yep. I'm doing a pacifist run actually. This is Undertale.
Boo.
What do you mean boo?
Joking.
Amazing game. Come on. This block, for some reason, if you clip into it, you can push it from the side. I don't know why that is, but it's the only block that works like that. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
And it's the hardest trick in the game.
And it's the hardest trick in the game. This dungeon is actually pretty cool. I like it. It's probably one of, it's probably, I like, design-wise, it's probably my favorite just because it's like the least linear dungeon. You can do it in any order you want. We're obviously doing it in an order that's unintended, but if you wanted, you could do it in another order and like lose time. You know what I mean? So that's cool. I like that.
No?
This mini-boss is actually the only one that you can't beat with 2 arrows, but he's also pretty easy. But if he hits you, you get teleported all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon, so that you don't want that to happen. Can the fairy... Okay, thank you. Kind of needed that. And this is yet another reason that
Super jump.
super jumps are overpowered.
We skipped 3 hours.
Yeah, basically. I mean, in casual play, I don't know. It took me a long time to figure out how to beat this dungeon in casual play, honestly. So we got the last like full item of the game, which is the fire rod. It's a pretty cool item.
Yep.
I
Kind of
it.
like the oxymoron aspect of this dungeon,
What
in
do
a
you
way. When you go through this 2D like stage thing, and there's ice everywhere,
Yeah.
but in the fire dungeon, so it's cool.
No. Okay. For some reason, the block in the next room, if you push it, he moves, and then you can control him. If he runs into a wall, you have to start this room again. I used to fail this a lot, but I got used to it, to the timing of it. There is a way to like, when you jump, you can actually move while that block moves, but that's virtually impossible, so I'm not going to do that. And it saves like 1 second, so, you know. Time save is a time save, but not in my world.
Not in your world.
We're actually
What kind of wall is that?
we're leaving this dungeon to get this piece of heart, to then proceed by immediately going back inside the dungeon.
Yep.
I just buffered the map so that the text wouldn't appear for entering the dungeon. Now we're going to do a lava jump, which was that, and then we can do a super jump here and go immediately to the boss,
And there you go. That's the end of this dungeon.
which is also one of the easiest bosses in the game because it's basically just mashing B for the entire... It's mashing B, the boss. You don't move, you just mash. And you hope you don't die. This is a weird boss because it's actually RNG how many hits he takes to kill him.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really weird thing that was added to the game, but so it's possible that it would take like 2 seconds to beat him, but it's also possible that it'll take 3 hours.
Surely there's a limit.
So that's like
I
a
missed Wang
tambo.
Boys. I missed Wang Boys.
Yeah, that's the snare drum.
Snare
No,
drum,
that's
right?
a flute. What are you talking about?
That's a snare drum, dude.
It's a flute.
No.
How's that
Look,
flute?
this is a flute.
That's
No,
not a flute.
that's the stick, and the
There's
thing is the
definitely
snare
a stick and a, what the hell, dude?
Guys, I was kidding.
Oh,
What's that?
I was just making a joke about the fact that like before we thought the other thing was a flute.
Every instrument is a flute.
Yeah, that was basically the joke. The gist of the joke. The gist of the gist of the gist.
I mean, I really thought you thought it was a flute, so my bad, dude.
All right, it's fine.
And I was starting to doubt.
You have very low esteem for my intelligence, but you know,
I was
it's fine.
beginning to doubt. I thought maybe you were right for a second. Maybe it was a flute.
Nah, I promise it's a flute.
Like a flute on some kind of pedestal thing.
It's possible. I mean, it could be a flute. Maybe it identifies as a flute. And who are we to
Don't
tell him
assume
he can't be a
the
flute?
flute gender.
Exactly. Who are we to say that he can't be a flute if he is a flute inside?
I didn't hear what the song sounded like.
It's a.
Oh, that's definitely a flute.
Yeah. You know, like the sound the flute makes?
Right.
Yeah. This is the last time we're gonna come by here, and so we're gonna do a bomb trigger to get this piece of heart, because we don't want to come back if we miss this piece of heart, you know what I mean? There we go.
Wow. Incredible. Buggers in the chat.
No, Mom. I'm sorry. What did I just say? No, I'm doing this again? Really?
Monka S.
I honestly lost a lot of time just so I could do a trick that saves 0.2 seconds, but you know. So now we're gonna go to D7, which is like one of the weirdest dungeons, because we're not, well, as if that was a surprise, we're not doing it the intended way at all, but it's also not going to look like the dungeon at all. Like we're skipping so much of, like we're only going to be in like, I mean, 4 or 5 rooms of the dungeon.
Yeah, it's a very short one.
But the last trick to save the most time is the hardest trick, one of the hardest tricks in the game.
Is it the hardest trick?
I mean, it is RNG, so that makes it like a little, maybe a tad harder than the rooster skip, just because it's RNG and it's not in your control. But it's not that hard, honestly. I used to not do it because I thought it would be it was much more difficult than it was, but it is not that bad.
Yeah,
and
it involves a Goomba.
Yep, it's called Goomba Jump, which you would think, wait, aren't Goombas there for jumping? Well, that's the point. We're going to be doing a super jump onto a Goomba.
Onto another ledge.
Yep.
Into the final boss of the dungeon.
Exactly. You know this run so well.
I don't. I'm just pretty good at guessing.
Yeah, of course. That must be it. It's not like you watched me grind this game for hours and hours and years and bicentennials and bicentennials. You know why I was saying that
I really don't like these likes. Boo. Thank you.
I was just talking about how the boomerang is a really powerful item.
It is. Oh my god, is that the shield?
It's the level 2 shield, which is only useful for one thing in this game, and it's going to D8. But we've already been to D8. We still need those upgrades just for that sweet percentage at the end of the run.
Krigasm. Krigasm in the chat.
Are you just gonna like chat, but in real life?
Yes.
Is that what the point of this is?
Monka has, he's figured us out.
Not like this. Bible thumb. No. No, what the hell, dude? What the He equipped the boomerang for no reason. I'm frustrated. So we're doing a lot of bomb triggers here. Usually to make these pillars fall, we would have to take this orb that's in the room, the previous room, and bring it to everywhere, and you have to like do the entire dungeon like 4 times, but
yeah,
and we can just do bomb triggers and save a lot of time. What's funny is that bomb triggers are actually rendered useless if you use an arrow. So that's why here I'm only going to drop a bomb instead of shooting a bomb arrow, because if I shoot a bomb arrow, I can't do a bomb trigger in the next room. I used to not know this, and I always had to do D7 twice because I like didn't understand that I was making myself lose time for no reason.
And there you go.
And so that made the tower fall.
Yep, and now we do the Goomba jump.
And now we're going to go do the Goomba jump, which is going to help us go to the boss fight.
Exactly. And there's a seashell.
That's our...
You don't want to miss that one for sure.
It's one of, I think it's the 19th seashell out of 20, so we're almost done with that. To be fair, we're almost done with the game, but you know. I just like to
If
point
you
out
miss
that
the
this is-
seashell, can you come back and take it, or?
Yes,
Yes.
but
Yeah,
that would
but-
take a lot of time.
because I would have to come back into the dungeon and everything.
And there's also no way to know which one you forgot, if you did forget one. Alright, so he's gonna position himself
No, come on.
to do the Goomba jump.
I have to like stay facing up so that I can do the super jump. But to face up, I need to transition facing up, and that's like a specific inputs, which is a little bit frustrating.
And he needs to clip in the wall.
Yeah.
Like
It
this.
looks like I'm not clipped, but I am. So come on, dude.
Monka S.
Stop. Stop it, dude. Stop with the Monka S. I can't do this. Okay.
Oh, that's it.
No, it's not. I have to be like at the limit of clipping. Because if I'm not, then I
Okay.
won't. Then I won't be high. Then I won't be at the. No, come on, dude. So that was the RNG part. I need the Goomba to go to the left, like he did right now, and I got it. Woo!
Yes. We need to clap for this.
I'm super happy.
Clap in the chat.
I'm super happy I got that pretty quickly, honestly. I've done it quicker before, but that was still pretty fine for a marathon. Talking about marathon times, I am very much PB paced right now.
Nice.
This is sick. First run, PB.
Yeah, this is my first run ever.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
he meant for front of the marathon.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
I too got confused and then realized.
All right.
That's RNG whether it goes left or right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so I'm just shooting both sides, hoping that he goes the side I'm on. And now we have one last dungeon to do in the game.
Is it D6?
Yep.
Yep.
It's D6.
You have a good memory.
I know, right?
And that is
A piano, a
the
keyboard.
guitar.
That's a flute, though. Like, it's a big flute.
I think it's a flute.
It might be a flute.
Yeah.
To be fair, it might be what's it called
A recorder?
melodica.
A melodica, yeah.
It's like a piano, just like this, but you blow into it like a flute.
So it's both. But I think it's called the keyboard in the game, so I think you're wrong.
It's a keyboard flute.
I think it's in Japanese, so we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. This is our last piece of heart. So now we know that we didn't forget a single piece of heart, which is cool.
Because we only need one more, which is going to be the D6 heart.
Yep, exactly.
D6. Is it D6, right?
The D6 heart. Yeah.
Is it D6 though? I'm
Is
not
it?
sure. I feel like
Is D6 or D5? No,
I
it's
feel
D6.
like it might be D5.
It's D6.
Are you sure?
Yep.
'Cause I'm not sure.
D5 was the water one.
No, it's D10. D10.
It's D1. Yo,
It's-
shout out to
it's-
D1 from the Smash
Yeah,
community.
drop D1.
No. Melee is a terrible game. Hot take number 2. This is the last picture we're gonna get. We're taking a picture with the Zoras, which Zoras are really ugly in this game. Who knows why? I don't know. I don't really get it. Until Ocarina of Time, actually, Zoras were always pretty ugly. But he's kind of cute in that picture. Just to make sure, I do have all 12 pictures. We're
Yes. Now the only thing we're not sure of is the seashells.
good. Which I have 19 of, which is perfect. So I'm good. I didn't forget a single thing. Yay.
Great.
Now the owl is gonna come talk to us. He's gonna say hello. We're gonna say goodbye. And it's gonna be a beautiful
It's going to be Beatles song.
hello, goodbye.
Yep.
A lot of what I say, I feel, is a Beatles song. You've mentioned that before. That everything I say is a Beatles song.
I know.
It's kind of weird. Am I secretly the Beatles?
What?
Am I secretly the Beatles?
You might be. You might be all four at once.
Yep. The Beatles never existed. It was Perfect Quest the entire time. I'm actually a pretty good musician, so that was a joke. I am terrible. No. Leave me alone. Alright, last seashell. Seashell. She sells seashells by the seashore. Can you guys all do that 10 times quick, please? Off the bench? On the bench, I mean on the couch.
She sells seashell to the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore.
Yep. That is, in fact, the correct saying. She
Dude.
sells seashells by the seashore.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
She sells seashell by the seashore.
You didn't do it.
No, I know.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
You said seashells at the first instead of.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
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 All right, good.
I think we're done with that.
All right, that's D6.
No, this is not D6.
Oh, I thought that was D6.
It is the same colors as D6, but it's not D6. We're just coming here to get the key to get into D6, which is called the face key. And you'll see why it's called the face key. It's because it looks like a face.
Oh my god.
Look at
What's
this.
your
What the
PB?
heck is this?
Buggers in the chat.
Poggers. What's your PB, Perfect Quest?
149 something.
I thought you had 147.
I might have been wrong. Come on. There's probably a quicker way to do this. I have no idea what's the quickest way to do this maze. I'm like, I need to learn that. That's like the thing I need to optimize for this run. There's probably more things, honestly, because I'm pretty far from world record, but that's like the main thing I can think of. Ah, don't kill me. Never been that scared in my life.
All right, D6 coming up.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll tell you when it's coming up, okay?
I really want to see D6, man.
Well, first is D5, then it's D6.
We did D5 already.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure we did D5 already. We got the flute there.
I don't think that was a flute. No, please. Ah, good. Woo. All right. Let's just hope this guy doesn't drop a bomb on me, because if he does, I've lost PB immediately. Okay, we're good. Let's just kill ourselves right now so that we save a little bit of time, because I will respawn right here. It's much more useful.
Efficient.
Yep. If I wanted, I could have made some jokes that what's the name of the like really good Sonic Adventure DX speedrunner that like got banned from GDQ for making suicide jokes?
I don't remember. I do remember. It's GoPro.
Oh yeah. I think it's G-Pro.
GoPro's a camera. You're right.
Yeah. Come on, dude. Okay, I'm just gonna do the hook shot because
Come on, dude. This is free.
it is free. I don't know why I missed it.
2019 is the year of the free.
19 is what?
It's the year of the
2019
free.
is the year of the free. Everything is free.
Oh, I thought you said furry.
So we
No,
just
no, no, no.
we
Never
just
mind.
opened D6. You know what that means?
Yes, we're going to D6.
No, we're not going to D6 right now.
Oh, D6, D6.
We're not?
No, we're actually going to go get the level 2 sword right now.
Come on. You could do that after D6.
No, it's much quicker to do it this way. Especially you can use the D2 sword for the entirety of D6. Why wouldn't
So
we
you
do that?
give the 2 tiers right away.
We give 20 seashells right away, and they go woo, and then we get the sword.
Wow. You'll get more donations coming your way.
Sure.
Alright, so we got Down that gave $10. He says, good luck on the run PQ. En
Thank you.
parenthèse, pas le Parti québécois.
No.
We all know Blue Tunic is the only way to go.
Well,
Okay, we also have Starrix that gave $5 without a comment.
I would like to argue with that person.
Redeem.
Blue Tunic is not the way to go. But I know that in the new route people use Blue Tunic, but you know, I'm not in new route, so don't talk to me and my friends ever again. This dungeon is probably the dungeon I know the least of, just because it's the last one I like. It's probably the one I practiced the least. I am hoping I'm not gonna fail this trick that gives you. There is a trick in this dungeon that.
What's that enemy?
It's a Goomba.
No.
The big face.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's a Goomba.
It's no lifeline face.
It's definitely not a Goomba, dude. Not sure if you ever played Mario.
I have played Mario before. Thank you very much.
These are whiz robes.
And they're dead. So
Shout out to Wizrobe.
Shout out to Wizzy.
Wizzy.
your favorite Smasher.
Absolutely.
You know, your favorite player of that game that sucks.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying that, but you know, everybody got their opinions. You know, I'm not gonna hate on people who like that game, but it's not my favorite. I actually don't know if I'm PB pace. I actually don't remember where I am in my splits, but I feel like it would make sense. I feel like I'm almost done, right?
Almost on it. What?
The run. You
Is
know,
this
the thing I'm doing?
D6?
Yeah, this is D6. You can see level 6.
Oh, nice. Okay, what? Why do you say D6? It's L6.
Yeah, it's L6. So take the L6. Okay.
What? Why didn't they?
They're invincible.
Can you please die? Thank you so much.
Press
Really
F in the
appreciate
chat for those whiz robes.
I'd love to see how many times the chat actually listened to what you asked them to do.
I think
Probably
it's
zero.
zero time.
Right. Coming up is the hardest trick in the game. No, I'm kidding. But it is a trick that has a very high risk of soft blocking.
Oh.
So let's just hope that doesn't happen, because I don't want to be in gay baby jail.
Yep. No, we don't want that. And when is that trick?
Well, I mean, Jed Erickson would be happy, but
What the hell?
yeah, that's a weird chest that you can't open with your hands. You have to throw a. Okay. This trick, right here. Let's just hope it doesn't soft lock. I think I clipped a little bit too much. Nope.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
I don't know. You tell me.
Huh. This runs pretty good.
Yay!
That's what's up.
Woo! That didn't soft lock, so we're good.
Cool.
This is definitely going to be a good time. I'm pretty happy about it. There's nothing that can stop me now. Like that's serious. There's no time lost that can happen now.
Really?
Let's go,
We're
PQ.
in go mode right now.
We're in go mode.
In goal mode.
I think we need a donation train right about now to get past 200.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty happy about that. Honestly, I think that for a really good run, like a very solid run, I'd really appreciate if you guys could donate.
Yeah, man, let's reach 200.
I mean, you know, we could represent our Lord and Savior and get, you know, $222 by the end of this run.
Our
Yeah.
our Lord,
222.69 seems like a good run goal.
269,
our
let's
Lord
do
and
it.
Savior Skate Man.
Yes,
Love that guy.
the skates of the man of the skates. 222. Two de dos.
All right, this boss is kind of weird. It's just dropping bombs in the middle of the room, and it hurts him because that's how they programmed this boss for some reason.
Oh,
I did get that bomb at the right moment.
man, you totally floored that boss.
Yeah. That's basically the point.
Nice.
All right,
job.
D6 is now over, and now we are going to beat the game.
Yep.
Are you guys down to beat the game? Let's beat the game. I forgot to get the heart container, but
Beat the game hype.
That's a flute, right?
It's a triangle flute.
Triangle.
it's a flute in the shape of a triangle.
That's it.
It's a flute angle.
It's a flute angle.
It's a flute with angles.
Yeah.
Seems
I could have said a
legit, seems
tri flute,
legit.
but
Okay, now I'm definitely PB pace. There is no question about it.
it would have been a good pun, but I didn't want to try and force
I
it.
might have sub 145 if I'm lucky.
You're going for 145?
I might.
How long does the end of the run take?
I don't know. I
Wow.
don't remember my splits. But I know that you usually like remember your splits by heart, but I don't remember that. So, but I know that there's no way it takes 7 minutes. So I'm PB for sure.
Shoutouts to Face Split. The amazing timer made by this guy.
It's really bad. Don't use it.
Awesome.
The only thing I would say that's wrong with face split is that once you have face split, you can't press space on any other thing.
Right, that's right.
Yes, you can, but yeah, well, whatever.
It's also funny because
So you can write like texts to people and they won't say any. They won't.
yeah, there's
do
no
sentences.
space.
It's like a one big word.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty funny though because the creator of Live Split, which is Woofer, ZFG, and Cries, they acknowledged face split and it's supported by Live Split. You can import
Yeah,
you can import your face split splits in Live Split and it works.
That's
So,
amazing.
Damn.
So they had to program that in because of this guy.
That's amazing.
I'm sorry.
So now we're waking up the Windfish, which should end the game, but there is still one last boss that's called Deathel. And Deathel is the essence of the nightmare that the Windfish is having right now. And once we kill Deathel, it will completely wake up the Windfish and finish the game for us. I just realized that I actually have to open my splits right now because I have no idea
What's happening?
I'm sorry, I do have to open my splits
Dude.
because I don't know.
That's really funny.
That was great.
We're still. He still has. I have the time to do it, so I'm not losing any time. Okay, we're good. I didn't lose any time by doing it. I just needed to know because it is a maze, and I don't know it by heart. So
That was optimal movement.
Yeah.
Right there.
Definitely.
Can only do that on MU, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, I guess. Yeah.
So it's left,
Right.
up,
Down.
right,
Left.
center,
right.
Up.
Down left.
Up.
down left.
Down.
I'm having a feeling that you don't want me to PB.
All right, this is the final boss.
You just fell into that hole, man.
Let's go. Buggers in the chat.
Oh yeah. They are Doug P. They Pogger.
Doug Pago.
Also, I'd like to mention
Oh god.
shout outs to ASAP Rocky that appeared on the screen for a second.
Surely he's listening.
Yeah, I'm sure he's listening.
What?
Well, on my desktop
Shout out to
background, there's ASAP Rocky, and so when my emulator went into
Spam.
when minimized, well then we saw his face for a little second.
All right, so this is RNG, I think.
Yeah, the two first ones aren't though.
Right.
You can be certain that the two first ones are going to be balls, and we want balls. We like balls.
Yep, big balls.
Of steel.
Yes. Balls of steel.
No.
Ah, bad luck.
Mama spaghetti.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. He's vomit on the sweat of spaghetti. Mom's spaghetti. He's
Mama
nervous.
spaghetti.
Almost spaghetti.
He is nervous, but on the surface he looks calm spaghetti
Common spaghetti.
to drop bombs.
All right,
But he
next
keeps-
phase.
But he keeps on spaghetting.
For this phase, he can just mash the sword.
But I've never actually learned that.
Oh, okay, my
Oh
bad.
look, it's not Moldorm.
Yeah, it's not Moldorm. It's Dark Moldorm.
Dark Moldorm, yeah. I just want to point out that this is a Game Boy game,
Yeah.
and it is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's right.
Alright, this is the final form that we're gonna one-shot
Yep.
with the boomerang.
This ain't even my final form.
But it is. It
For that
but
one.
It actually is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the final form.
Oh, Shack Tool.
Yep.
Yep.
Same thing.
Damn.
It does look like Shaq Tool.
It is Shack Tool. I don't care what you say. I'm calling this guy Shack Tool for the rest of my life.
Open your eye. There we go.
There you go. Time is up when the when he walks on the stair.
When the screen fades to white, it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the acoustic guitar starts.
Yep.
Down, 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 down.
And time.
Time.
Baby. PB.
PBI. PBI.
I think this is potato bacon.
It's potato bacon
Potato
or
bacon.
personal
Butter.
bacon.
Potato bacon it is.
Peanut butter.
Jelly time?
Peanut butter jelly time.
There you go.
Peanut butter jelly time it is.
Is that the same guy in Ocarina of Time that's busting your balls for
Yes, it's Gaebora. It's
Which is also Roru, the sage of whatever.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Guys, I think that a PB on the first run of the marathon, I think that deserves a little bit of donations. So if you guys
Let's
can
go.
donate,
yeah.
that would be
Donate for that.
pretty cool.
Call your bank manager, skip
Yeah.
rent, sell a kidney. I don't know. Like, do something.
Get your pay early. No
Yeah.
excuse is a bad excuse.
Rent skip.
I mean,
Just give money.
if you're in the States, just do some
it takes
extreme
a couple
couponing and then sell everything back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this run.
Thank you.
I've
It
been
was a
preparing
really
this-
nice run. Shout out to PQ.
Thank you for showing up. Let's hear it for Perfect Quest.
Mame.
All right. So stay tuned. We've got more Zelda coming up with a Zelda 2 100% all keys race between Max Ketchums and Tweaks. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Donc restez à l'écoute. On a plus de Zelda après la pause. Donc une course de Zelda 2 100% toutes les clés entre Max Ketchums et Tweak. Je pense que c'est 1984 le chiffre dans son nom, mais je suis pas sûr. Fait que on va faire une petite transition de quelques minutes, puis on va revenir, rester les nôtres. Ça va être écœurant.